Have you ever stopped to think about how your body works? I mean, really works. It's like a massive, bustling city with trillions of citizens, your cells, and every single one of them needs food, water, and oxygen. So how do you get supplies to all of them? It is the ultimate logistics puzzle, and today we're going to explore the incredible biological superhighway that makes it all possible. So here's what we've got on tap. We'll start with a huge challenge of survival, then we'll dive into the body's amazing delivery system, and, of course, its garbage disposal service. After that, we'll check out how plants solve the very same problem, and we'll wrap it all up with a quick quiz to see what you've learned. Let's get into it. All right, first up, let's just take a moment to appreciate the sheer scale of this problem. We're not talking about feeding a few hundred cells or even a million. We're talking about trillions of tiny individual factories, all demanding fuel and oxygen, all at the same time. Keeping that operation running is, frankly, an epic logistical feat. I mean, really, think about that. How would you design a system that can deliver vital supplies and haul away toxic waste from trillions of microscopic locations all at once without missing a single one? It seems almost impossible, right? But as you're about to see, evolution is a pretty brilliant engineer. And here it is. This is the solution, a magnificent, sprawling network of biological superhighways that we call the circulatory system. This intricate web of vessels is the absolute lifeline that connects every single cell in your body. It's truly amazing. So how does this superhighway actually work? Well, you can break it down into three essential parts. You've got the cargo, the roads, and of course, the engine. Let's take a closer look at each one: the blood vessels, and the heart. Okay, let's start with the cargo itself, the blood. Think of it as a busy river of life. The plasma is the river. It's the liquid that carries everything else along for the ride. The red blood cells, those are your oxygen delivery trucks, and they're red because of an incredible protein called hemoglobin. Then you have your white blood cells, which are like the immune system's soldiers, constantly on patrol fighting off germs. And finally, platelets. They're the emergency repair crew, rushing to the scene of a cut to form a clot and stop the bleeded. Now for the roads. We have two main types of highways in our system. Arteries are like the major expressways leading away from the heart. Their walls are super thick and elastic because they have to handle the high-pressure rush of freshly oxygenated blood. Veins, on the other hand, are the routes that bring the blood back to the heart. Their walls are thinner because the pressure is lower. It's a perfectly designed two-way traffic system. And this diagram shows you the entire incredible journey. It's a continuous loop. Blood gets pumped from the heart to the lungs to pick up oxygen, then it goes back to the heart, which pumps it out to the rest of the body to deliver that oxygen. And then it circles all the way back to the heart again. This exact cycle is happening in you right now, over and over again. And what's driving all this? The engine, of course, the heart. This absolute powerhouse is no bigger than your fist, which is wild when you think about it. And its design is genius. It has 4 separate chambers, and that's the key to making sure that the oxygen-rich blood and the oxygen-poor blood never, ever mix. It is the tireless pump that keeps that whole superhighway flowing. You know that thump you feel in your chest? That's your heart at work. And with every single beat, it sends a powerful wave, a pulse, surging through your arteries. In fact, you can feel it right now. Just put your fingers on the inside of your wrist. That's your heart, beating somewhere around 72 to 80 times a minute of every day. Okay, so we've delivered all the good stuff, but what about all the waste that our trillions of cells produce? Well, just like any big city, our body needs a really good sanitation department to stop trash from piling up. And that is exactly where the excretory system comes in. Let's meet the unsung heroes of your body, your kidneys. These are master filters. They are constantly sifting through your blood, pulling out all the harmful waste products, like urea, while making sure to return all the good stuff back into your system. This filtered waste then gets mixed with water to become urine, which is sent down to the bladder for, well, you know. So what are we actually getting rid of? As you can see, it's almost all water, about 95%. The other 5% is that cocktail of waste products, with urea being the main one. It's a really simple but incredibly effective way for our bodies to stay clean on the inside. And what's really cool is seeing how different animals have adapted to do this. Fish, who are surrounded by water, can get rid of highly toxic ammonia directly. But birds and lizards, they need to conserve water, so they've evolved to produce this semi-solid waste called uric acid. We humans found a nice middle ground with urea, which is less toxic than ammonia and dissolves easily in water. All right, let's shift gears. We're going to leave the animal kingdom for a bit and step into the world of plants. Now, they don't have a beating heart or blood, but they face the exact same challenge. How do you get water from the roots way up to the leaves, and how do you get food from the leaves down to the rest of the plant? Their solution is an ingenious two-way plumbing system. The first part is the xylem. You can think of this as a one-way street that only goes up, carrying water and minerals from the roots to the leaves. Then you have the phloem. This is a much more versatile network that can move food, which is glucose, in any direction it's needed, making sure every part of the plant gets fed. So you want to see this amazing plumbing in action? We can do a really simple experiment. We just take a plant stem and place it in a glass of water that has some red ink in it. What do you think's going to happen? The result is actually pretty cool. I mean, how does that red ink defy gravity? How does it make that journey from the glass, up the stem, and all the way out to the edges of the leaves? Well, the secret is hidden inside the stem's amazing internal structure. And here's the proof. If you take a cross-section of the stem, you see this stunning sight, tiny red dots, almost like a little constellation. Those are the xylem tubes. They've been stained by the red ink, revealing the hidden pathways that water uses to travel through the plant. So what's the engine that powers this whole system? It's a silent, completely solar-powered process called transpiration. Basically, as water evaporates from the surface of the leaves, it creates this incredible suction force. It's so powerful it can pull water from the roots all the way to the top of the tallest trees on Earth. It's just a breathtaking feat of nature happening all around us. Wow, okay. We've journeyed from the superhighways inside our own bodies to the hidden plumbing of plants. We've covered a ton of ground. So it's time to put your new knowledge to the test. Ready for a little quiz? All right, first question is a fill in the blank. This special red pigment in our blood that grabs onto oxygen and gives blood its color is called what? Take a second to think about it. And the answer is hemoglobin. If you got that right, awesome job. That remarkable molecule is the whole reason our blood is so good at carrying oxygen. You know, when you really think about it, from the buzzing superhighways inside of us to the silent, elegant plumbing inside a tree, these transport systems are absolutely essential for life. What makes them so brilliant isn't just what they do, it's that they do it all day, every day, without ever stopping. They are the constant, quiet engines that keep the miracle of life running.